and welcome to Homeschool Advice with Laura Geis. I'm Laura Geis, author of the Homeschool Toolkit and founder of HomeschoolAdviceOnline.com. Well, if you were with me last week, you know we had a question about choosing curriculum. It went something like this. There's so much homeschooling curricula available now. I'm confused. How do I know which one to choose? And if you'll remember last week, we talked about step number 1 in the 3-step process I used to choose curriculum. And step number 1 was begin with the end in mind, or list out all of your subjects and decide what you want your children to know at the end of the year. That will help you decide which curriculum you want to use. Well, if you've done that step, you're ready for step 2, which I call decisions, what are my options? So, your goal in step number 2 is in each subject area to narrow down your choices to your top 3 choices. I know that sounds hard when there are probably 50 to 100 choices, but I want you to narrow it down to 3. Now, some curriculum you can look at right off the bat and know they're not the right ones for you. So somehow through a process of elimination, I want you to get it down to your top 3. Now, why do I say top 3? Well, if you try to look at 20 different curriculum packages and really examine them closely, that is going to be overwhelming. It's like my son William, he's getting ready to choose a college. And lucky for us, he wants to study music technology. And it's not a major that's offered in very many places. And in the state we live in, I think there are only 3 schools who even offer that major. So right away, we're narrowed down to 3 choices, which has made choosing a college so much easier. So if you can get your list narrowed down to 3 choices in each subject area, the next step is going to be a lot easier for you. Also, looking at 20, it's just going to be impossible time-wise to look at that many. So if you can narrow it to 3, you're going to be able to look at each one carefully and not make any snap decisions, but examine them carefully so you'll get the best one and not waste any money and time. So make your list of 3 choices. Now, where do you find the 3 choices? You can look on the internet, in any search engine, homeschool curriculum, plug those words in, and all kinds of options will come out. You can look through catalogs. When you attend a convention, you can go through the exhibit hall. I had some friends and I one year, we had a friend who was having trouble choosing curriculum. We all got together and brought all of our school books with us so she could look through all of those, and we talked about, I really like this one because of this, and I would probably change this about this one. So if you have some friends who homeschool, you could all get together and compare notes. That's kind of a fun thing to do. Also, in my book, The Homeschool Toolkit, I have a whole resource page of homeschool curriculum providers and their contact information, so you can get on their websites or order catalogs from them. So get some of those resources together and narrow your choices in each subject area to 3. And then I'll come back next week and tell you how to choose from among those 3 to find the best curriculum for you. Now, if you missed last week's video, just log on to www.homesschooladviceonline.com and click on my blog, and I keep all these videos on there so that you can look them up whenever you want to. So I'll look forward to seeing you next week.